when you wake up in the morning, what do you look at to kind of like structure your market view, right? Like, what do you look at to kind of say, okay, well, let me see what happened overnight. I guess the question is oriented around just in general for all markets, but in specific, given it's kind of a Bitcoin oriented show, like as far as the Bitcoin market specifically. But I guess feel free to start with kind of traditional markets and then pivot to just like what do you look at Bitcoin wise.
Yeah. Well, I'll start out to say the first thing I do is I always wake up and I look at the price of Bitcoin to see what I missed overnight, because it's always pretty interesting to me. Then I spend a lot of time looking at macro data and kind of going through that and getting my big picture view in mind. Okay, like where are we? How is the data coming in? Is it pointing towards, decelerating economy, accelerating economy? What's inflation doing? Those kind of things. I don't care that much about news events because they tend to be just transient things that don't really move the markets. If they move the markets, it's usually temporary, and then it just sort of goes back to what it's supposed to be doing. I look at macro like it's these kind of big, huge tsunami waves that are coming in, and you can either you can try to fight it, but they'll just completely wipe you out. So I try to like surf those waves if I can, or if I can't read it very well, I just get off and let them pass. And that's sort of my view of macro. And then I'll spend a lot of time, actually I spend a lot of time now in the mornings on Cafe Bitcoin because they'll give the Bitcoin news pretty well. I really like those guys there. I like the Swan team and the Bitcoin Magazine team. So I'll sort of pop into those rooms just to get the news and see what's going on, and then that's sort of it. I have like my fund as far as the individual things that I'm invested in. So Bitcoin, obviously, and then my other equities. I have some like hold forever stocks that I don't really care about what the news is saying or even what their price is doing, because my plan is just to hold them for at least 10 years or more. Same with Bitcoin. And then I have sort of the trading momentum side of things. So then I go through, I have a whole system where I plug in all of these names, see what they're doing, see what the price action is showing. Are they a buy? Should I add more to it? Should I take some away? Is it a sell? Those kind of things. I'll go through that for usually about an hour or two in the mornings, and then I do that in the afternoon before the market closes.